What's up, everybody? I am back again with another video, and today we'll be going on a different reaction. So, y'all know to do like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and make sure you don't miss another video. And let's get into it.
This morning, a judge sentencing Danny Masterson, star of That 70s Show, to 30 years to life behind bars.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're examining the professional life and eventual criminal charges against actor Danny Masterson.
So, I'm loving spending my bachelor party in jail. What are you guys gonna do for my birthday?
Born on Long Island in 1976, Danny Masterson was raised in what would become an acting family. He's the older brother of Christopher Masterson and half-brother of Jordan and Alana Masterson, all of whom would follow in Danny's footsteps. At just age 4, a young Danny Masterson got his start as a child model before moving over to commercials, appearing in over 100 by the age of 16. Of course, Masterson would be best known for starring in television shows, making his first appearance in an episode of the crime drama Jake and the Fat Man when he was 11.
You're gonna be a good boy and have a safe trip, huh?
You promised we'd go surfing.
Well, look, I tell you what, we'll go next time. How about that?
After making his movie debut in 1993's Beethoven's Second,
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite. That is one of my favorite movies when I was growing up. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Masterson had sporadic appearances on multiple notable shows before booking a steady gig on the third and fourth seasons of Sybil. But it was his subsequent audition for a series then titled Teenage Wasteland that would alter the course of Masterson's career. Despite being considered too old, being in his early 20s, Masterson landed the role of Stephen Hyde on the series, now known to the world as That 70s Show.
Like, there's this guy who invented this car that runs on water, man. It's got a fiberglass air-cooled engine and it runs on water.
So it is a boat.
Running for 8 seasons, the sitcom proved to be one of the most popular on TV. In addition to the ensemble cast, Masterson received strong marks for playing the show's resident tough guy. Unfortunately, outside incidents during his time on the show would follow him decades later.
Fez, I don't know why you're smiling, but I promise you won't be when I sell your ass for a pack of cigarettes.
In March 2017, Masterson was met with sexual assault allegations from 3 women whom Masterson had previously known in the early to mid-2000s through the Church of Scientology. It's also been reported that Masterson was in a long-term relationship with one of them. While some specifics in the incidents vary, they all reportedly took place at Masterson's home in the Hollywood Hills after he supposedly served them beverages that made them disoriented. While associated with the church, the women were reportedly dissuaded from taking action against a fellow member, especially one as high-profile as Masterson.
The shocking response was classic Scientology methodology. The women were victim-shamed and predictably forbidden from reporting to police.
One of the plaintiffs would later state that she, quote, wishes she had reported him sooner to the police. One of them did reportedly go to the authorities in 2004, but the only thing that came of this was her subsequent
What the hell is that? You want to tell me where the hell we're...
ostracization from the church.
The consequences for a Scientologist if they were to violate that, where Scientology will then work systematically to destroy your life, your family, your livelihood, and silence you.
While Masterson predictably denied the allegations through his agent, his reputation had already begun a decline from which it would never recover. Beginning in 2016, Masterson had been appearing in the Netflix sitcom The Ranch alongside his That 70s Show co-star Ashton Kutcher. However, after a 4th allegation was leveled at Masterson in December 2017, the streaming service promptly fired him. This proved to be a wise decision, as a 5th allegation followed soon after.
Take the bag and disappear, or you disappear.
By the time Netflix began developing the sequel series to That 70s Show, appropriately titled That 90s Show, Masterson was the only living main actor from the former not asked to return. Additionally, the character of Hyde wasn't even mentioned when the first season debuted in January 2023.
Fez, what are you doing here? Donna! Oh, this is so great. The old gang is here.
Masterson's legal troubles officially began in August 2019, when 4 women filed a lawsuit against him.
Another named plaintiff, Chrissy Bixler, claims Masterson was controlling and violent when they lived together as a couple in the mid-90s.
The lawsuit was also aimed at the Church of Scientology for claims of harassment in the organization's supposed defense of Masterson. The church has been accused of conducting a fair game campaign against the plaintiffs, whereby they employ any means necessary to silence their enemies. In this case, this reportedly includes property damage, libel, and animal abuse.
It is unsettling, it's disturbing, and it's just not limited to the home.
This is in addition to singer Cedric Bixler-Zavala, who alleged the church fed rat poison to one of his pets after he accused Masterson of assaulting his wife. Bixler-Zavala even revealed that his band at the drive-in song Incurably Innocent is based on the latter incident. While Masterson and his wife, fellow actor Bijou Phillips, continued to push back against the claims, June 2020 saw the case escalate to formal charges.
It's not easy to see our icons taken down, but this is just one of those circumstances where you just have to stand on the side of truth, and that's what these women are doing.
Masterson was charged with sexually assaulting 3 women, one back in 2001 and 2 in 2003. Unsurprisingly, Masterson pled not guilty in January 2021, having previously expressed confidence that the case would be thrown out. However, a preliminary hearing the following May resulted in the judge finding the witnesses, quote, credible, and the evidence presented, quote, sufficient to support the charges.
And specifically said that Scientology's policies do discourage reporting to police.
From there, Masterson's defense attorneys enacted countermeasures against the plaintiffs, accusing them of collusion and one of accepting money from Masterson in 2004.
Masterson's defense attorney Sharon Applebaum said that all 3 women had credibility issues, motivations to lie, and that the incidents were between 17 and 20 years ago. Memories fade and change over time, she said.
A series of subpoenas were also requested, many of which the judge rejected on the basis that they were, quote, stunningly overbroad. A motion was filed to dismiss the case on a lack of pretrial evidence, but this too was rejected. Masterson's first trial ran from October to November 2022, in which he declined to testify or call witnesses to his defense. However, the jury was unable to come to a decision, unable to overlook inconsistencies in the testimonies and evidence, such as the supposed presence of a firearm during one of the assaults.
They actively coached and convinced the victims to, when they did report things, to not use certain words and not use certain terminology and not to say the R word and not to mention the firearm.
Bringing in a new roommate to save money, is that the plan?
But we gotta find some way to save, so say hi.
The result was a mistrial, with a new trial beginning in April 2023.
So the presiding judge is now allowing expert testimony on the Church of Scientology, of which Masterson is said to be a member.
On May 31st, Masterson was formally convicted of 2 of the 3 counts of sexual assault, with the 3rd being hung by the jury despite an 8-4 majority for conviction.
After the guilty verdicts came in, Masterson was immediately handcuffed and sent to jail.
The following July, it was announced that the prosecution would not seek to retry Masterson to ensure this 3rd conviction. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Despite only 2/3 of the charges sticking, Masterson faced heavy legal repercussions. On September 7th, Masterson was officially sentenced to 30 years to life in prison, with no possibility of parole prior to 30 years being served.
What's your reaction to the sentencing?
Pleased, and it was the right decision to make.
Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Charlene Olmedo had some choice words for Masterson at the time, presuming he was feeling, quote, victimized by a justice system that had failed him, but affirming that he was, quote, not the victim here. The plaintiffs in the case later felt similarly, with one of them calling him, quote, pathetic, disturbed, and completely violent, and that, quote, the world is better off with him in prison.
Another telling the court the 47-year-old deserves to be behind bars for the safety of other women, and she wishes she'd gone to authorities sooner.
Masterson was 47 years old at the time of his sentencing, meaning he will be well into his 70s by the time he's up for parole. That is, if he's ever released from prison. What do you make of the Danny Masterson scandal? Let us know in the comments.
They were committed to making sure that justice gets served, and today they got it.
Wow. Okay, this man really fucked up his whole career. All this shit he did back in the 2000s, y'all, that is definitely fucked up. You see, I'm gonna explain this to y'all. You see, this is the reason why we don't know what's going on with these actors, what they doing. I'm gonna say this right. I don't know what these actors what have they have been doing. I don't know what these actors what they're doing behind closed doors, right? Because it doesn't make any sense. See, this is the reason why that if you're an actor, if you want to focus on your career, because guess what? First of all, it doesn't mean you got money. It doesn't mean you're an actor. That means you can do the fuck you want to. They can still lock your ass up if you do some type of shit like that. This motherfucker is gonna end up serving 30 years in jail, and he's gonna be in his 70s. And also it's gonna be a parole. He's gonna be on parole. That's fucked up, man. You see, this is the reason why I don't know what's going on with actors in their careers, and I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't. And I'm gonna say this to y'all. I don't know what's up with all these actors, but it's just that when you got a skill, if you wanna take chasing your dreams of being an actor or be what you wanna be. But don't go overboard. Just settle down. For real. I wanna be a YouTuber, I wanna do reactions, I wanna settle down, I wanna live a better life. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this to y'all. Nobody's not perfect. And I'm gonna say this to y'all. I watched that show before. Back then when I was between the 6 or 8 years old. Something like that. And I'm gonna say this to y'all. I don't know what's going on in Hollywood. Because I don't know what the fuck is going on in Hollywood. Yo, people, there's so many actors and there's so many actors. They got so much shit going on in their lives, and I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I want to thank y'all guys for watching this video. So y'all know to do: like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and make sure you don't miss another video. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.